Well, we just did something interesting today. We live streamed from a hot tub, and if you've ever had any plans on doing a hot tub stream yourself, the one piece of advice I would give you is...
I can't feel my fingers.
We think we fried something.
I think we got the jacuzzi back on.
Don't. So we drove up here to Park City last night and woke up at around 7:30 in the morning and started setting up. We found a giant plank of wood, put it across the jacuzzi. We put all the monitors and keyboards on that. We brought a table up from my place, set it about 3 to 4 feet away from the hot tub, and put all the PCs on that, of which you can see there are 3. This setup works very similarly to a 2 PC setup, except it's a 3 PC setup with 1 extra gaming PC for the second streamer. So while these outer gaming PCs are feeding to their monitors, both PCs are also mirroring to second monitors that are feeding into the middle stream PC onto our quad capture card. And it didn't take very long for us to start running into problems. We probably could have been a little more prepared. We got up here and realized we were missing about 5 or 6 cables. We were missing Ethernet cables. We were missing my monitor. We forgot HDMI cables to go from the gaming PCs to the streaming PCs. What else did we forget?
DisplayPort to HDMI.
Forgot DisplayPort to HDMI. We didn't want to put our nice monitors above the pool, so we got crappy monitors. But those monitors are only HDMI. And the capture card is also HDMI, but both of our GPUs only have 1 HDMI port. So we needed to transfer at least 1 DisplayPort on each PC to HDMI to get them to both play on HDMI monitors and capture in the streaming PC. I also dropped my mic in the jacuzzi pretty quickly, but if you know anything about a Shure SM57, you know that you can boil that thing in water for a half hour and it'll still work like it's brand new. But this meant that Andy had to drive 45 minutes back to my house to pick up the rest of the equipment. So lesson learned, if you ever want to do a location stream, make a list. But we finally got the stream set up, working properly, and unfortunately, in the middle of one of my tests to a fake Twitch account, our stream PC just shut off. No matter how hard you hit the keys, it still won't respond.
It's just really hot and I'm kicking up the fans and then turning off all RGB, no lights.
And it wouldn't turn back on. What happened when that, Andy's our computer guy who knows much more about PC builds. He built our streaming PC. You fixed it. What happened to that PC?
So if you know anything about AMD processors, you'll know that they're not very heat efficient. To make it worse, we had it sitting out in the sun with the back panel that the motherboard is touching facing directly to the sun. So heat plus more heat equals bad time for the motherboard. So the computer turned off and it wouldn't post. To make it worse again, it wasn't accepting any inputs. So to get past this, I would turn the PC on and smash the keyboard in an attempt to get it to hit F2 or delete. I don't want to turn that PC back off because I'm pretty sure it will not turn back on.
But after everything was up and running, we finally got a stream working. We sat in the jacuzzi and realized we couldn't see our monitors because they were facing the same direction as the sun. And so the entire stream, until the sun started going down, we had a massive glare, and kills were few and hard to come by. On top of that, we spent the next 3 hours shivering in the jacuzzi because we couldn't get it to start heating. They're trying so hard to get the jacuzzi on. That's all I want right now. And that's how it went down. that's really, that's what we did all that for. At the end of the day, this was not a fun experience, but it was a learning experience. And if I were to share any words of wisdom that we learned from this, it'd be 1, to make a list of all your equipment that you're gonna need. 2, plan for twice as much setup time as you think it'll take. 3, be aware of the variables. If we had noticed earlier that the sun was gonna be facing the screens, we could have turned the plank of wood around. But by the time we recognized it would have taken another hour to move all the equipment on top of it, and we just didn't have that time anymore. And 3, don't do it in the cold. If you'd like to learn more about our multi-stream setup or how we make our PCs or some of the creative stuff we do on this channel, make sure you subscribe. I do tutorials on how to set up your stream to make it look really cool and interesting. Andy does tutorials on building PCs and interesting unique builds or cheap builds. Also, if you're looking for some extra resources, make sure you jump in the Discord. It is an amazing community of people that are willing to help each other. It's where I post all of my animations that I've made for you to use for free. And of course, it's a great place for you to meet other streamers looking for collaborations to help grow your stream. Comment below on where you'd like to see our next location stream. Please make it somewhere warm or indoors maybe. And as always, happy streaming. Oh gosh, there it is. Come on. Let's get this. Woo!